New at 9, Fox 23 got a hold of new federal documents which claim a former Tulsa Public Schools executive wired nearly $450,000 fraudulently from TPS to family bank accounts.
Yeah, we told you when this investigation first started, but these are major new details tonight. Fox 23's crime and safety reporter Abigail Dye joins us live after digging through those documents. Abby.
Jay, Sarah, TPS told us about this investigation last month, and these documents allege that this former executive had more than $200,000 seized from linked accounts by investigators just last week. And that $200,000, that's just what was left over, quite frankly, from a number that we don't know.
$448,000. According to federal documents, that's how much money was fraudulently wired from Tulsa Public Schools by former talent manager Devin Fletcher.
To me, he's on my cabinet, so he was in the most senior position that there is.
That's TPS Superintendent Deborah Gist.
We spoke to her last month when she sent out this letter that talks about an investigation that was launched last summer that revealed Fletcher's fraudulent activity.
The initial thing that we found that we turned over to the Tulsa Police Department was about $17,000.
But she also said,
So I don't think that we know the total amount, but what I do know is that it's significantly more than I first understood last summer when I first shared with Tulsa.
These documents show just that. They say a relative of Fletcher's was doing business with TPS under the entity name Talented 10th, and that from 2018 to 2021, they received around $343,000 from TPS and about $104,000 from the Foundation for Tulsa Schools, the district's nonprofit. That totals to more than $448,000. The document also says Fletcher wired money between him, that relative, and a third relative in large amounts. Last week, investigators seized what was left, around $111,000 from Fletcher's account and around $104,000 from a relative's.
These are resources that have been provided to us to serve children, and that's the only thing that they should be doing.
Fletcher resigned just after Gist launched that internal audit last summer.
And that audit shows that several $100,000 more was wired out of TPS, and there's no proof that it was actually for business.
And Abigail, has Fletcher or any of his family members been charged in this case?
No, Shay, not at this point. See, this was just a federal forfeiture application that I have here that shows us all of this information. And this investigation is still very much ongoing. This document actually says that at this time, investigators don't have an address for Fletcher, and he's never left a forwarding address. So he's not currently in Tulsa. Covering News That Matters, I'm Abigail Dye, Fox 23 News.